All right, all right, all right. Pardon me. Good morning, Diato. Doing? Thank you to KJ for the heart me and Diato for the heart me. My oldest grandson's nickname is KJ. That's kind of cool. Although I can't explain why. It just is. All right. So, for whatever reason, my voice just won't warm up this morning. I've been trying. It just feels like it's under a bunch of gunk. Oops. Put the wrong title up. Wait a second. There was one thing that I forgot to do on this other thing, and now there it is. Now I have the right title. Okay. So, uh, just when you think things can't get any crazier, Dump flies off the deep end and threatens to end the lives of people because they told enlisted military personnel to follow the Constitution as they swore to do in their oath. Wow. And user 9099 says, okay equals future carjacker. That's interesting. Clayton says, well, all he did was say what the law says. What are you talking about? That's not all he did. You obviously didn't read his posts and his reposts because there was a series of them. And on one of the final ones, he literally said, seditious behavior, comma, punishable by DEATH exclamation point. So what are you talking about? What it is, what is, yeah, that's the law, but but why was he saying that? Why was he calling for 6 people to have their lives ended? Why? Come on, Clayton. I'll tell you what, Clayton, even though I haven't played the morning song yet, I'm going to invite you up because I don't want to go back and forth with you. Oh, I can't invite you up, of course, because you probably have a private account. Well, why don't you come up and explain to me, request up and explain this to me because you sound very much like an idiot right now. May you please describe? Do you not know English? And why do you think my audience doesn't know what a tyrant is? Go ahead, Clayton. Come on up. Come on up. Yeah, Diato says it's always the haters that show first. Yeah, as soon as they see that you might be saying something bad about their daddy dump, they get very upset. It's very much like, like I usually say, it's like a 5-year-old. If you tell a 5-year-old your daddy is stupid, that 5-year-old gets very upset. Let's see. What is this username? Papa Crazy 5150. Interesting. The Van Halen album and the Los Angeles police code for crazy. Dump is rocking this world! Exclamation point. That's correct, helmsman. A tyrant is a cruel and oppressive ruler. That is one definition. And Carlo Reste says, I don't think you even know the meaning of the word tyrant. Of course, there was no need for the word even in there, but okay. Let's say you're right. Let's say you're right, and I just decide to look it up. How about we do that? So you mouth breathers can shut the fuck up. Okay, so few definitions. A cruel and oppressive ruler is one. A person exercising power or control in a cruel, unreasonable, or arbitrary way. And apparently one of them is maybe, I don't know what this is, but a tyrant flycatcher. I don't know what that is. But anyway, so there you go. Now we all know what it means. Okay, but now you're going to tell me that Dump isn't a tyrant, and I get that because, you know, you're simps and you're sycophants for a guy that doesn't give a shit about you and is working very hard to take things away from you. But you're like, go, daddy, go, daddy Dump. I love you. Stroke my hair and tell me I'm a good boy. Tell me I'm a good cult member. That's what you guys are about. That's funny. So, hey, you know what? Even though I'd love to keep addressing these ridiculous comments, I'm gonna play a song because I'm in the mood for something upbeat. So here we go.
Pleasure when you treasure all that's new and true and gay. Easy living and we're giving what we know we're dreaming of. We are one having fun walking in the glow of love. Faces going places, it's a wonder, it's so clear. By a fountain, climbing mountains as we hold each other near. Sipping wine, we try to find that special magic from above as we share our affair, talking in the glow of love. So I wanna let you know you're the splendor of it all. We're surrounded and abounded, summer, spring, winter, and fall. All the people meeting people, laughing, dancing till the dawn. And we'll always be like this, flowing in the glow of love. Yeah, 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 yeah. In the glow of love. Gotta let you know you're moving, yeah. You really, really do, yeah. I gotta let you know you're moving, yeah. There is no better way to be. Honey, I love you. I'm yours forever and a day. We are love's sweet bouquet. Seasons for happiness are here. Happy, we're so happy, yeah. We say we're filled with cheers. We're in rapture, in the flow of love. Never lonely with you, only time will always be our friend. Reaching far to find a star, our destiny is heaven sent. Making known this loving tone will never part the two of us. We will always reminisce, kissing in the glow of love. In the glow of love. Flowers bloom in morning dew, and the beauty seems to say, it's a pleasure when you treasure all that's new and true and gay. Easy living when we're given what we know we're dreaming of. We are one, having fun, walking in the glow of love. Yeah. In the glow of love. Right here in the here in the glow. There is no better way to be. Holding and caressing, yeah. I'm yours forever and a day. We are love's sweet bouquet. Seasons for happiness are here. Happy, oh, we're so happy. Reason we're filled with cheers. We're in rapture, in the glow of love. Ooh, yeah.
All right. I'm more awake now. Oh my God, I can't keep up with the outrageously dumb comments and all of you weirdos, please stop typing in all caps. It's not necessary. Um, El Capitan 1986 says, "Why are dump haters always bald?" Why are you people so dumb? That's a good one, though. I never heard that one before. There were a couple of original insults today, which is rare. Um, Let me see if I can go back and see some of that. Oh boy. Let's see. Clayton says, "Dump is your president. It's great." Alex said, "Acting like Kamala was going to be a saint. I've never heard anyone say anything even resembling that. What does that mean? There's nothing in the title that suggests that. I've never said that." Pardon me. I've never heard anyone say that. I just don't get it. But let's see. Let me do all the housekeeping. Rhodes, thank you for the gift. Moonlit Lottie, thank you so much for following and for the gifts. Folks, the first thing you want to do right up here somewhere, there hopefully is an orange heart me. If there isn't, don't worry. I'll tell you how to handle that. But what you want to do, the first thing you do when you come on to a live show, you want to click on that heart me. It costs 1 TikTok kern, and it's really important to the algorithm. If you don't see it, it's okay. Here's the workaround. You go to the bottom row, and you will see a gift box. Click on that. And then the entire gift gallery opens up. But don't just click on any heart. All right? You want to make sure that you click on the heart me. Thank you, Beth. Thank you, Hellmaker, for the heart me. You want to look for, sometimes it's near the top, but sometimes you have to scroll. You want to look for the heart called Heart Me, right? And after you do that, you want to come back and share the live. Very easy way to do it. Hold your finger gently on the screen, either right over my nose or my giant forehead, whichever's easier, and you'll see your friends list magically pop up. And next to all of their names is going to be the word send. And you just want to go down the list clicking send. Now, what's great is if you belong to any lists in the messaging app, those lists will appear. If you've created a list, it will appear as well. And what's great is that you can put up to 30 people on those lists, but it only counts as one send. So you can just go down the line, send, just like Beth is doing right now, leading by example. Thank you, Beth. So little Luther for you in the morning. God damn it, I don't know what's happening with my throat. This is weird. And it probably means that I am just about to get a cold, but I'm going to fight it off. I know how to fight it off. Anyway, while I try to work around my froggy throat, again, as always, after you finish the heart me and the shares, then come back and tap away. Tap, tap, tap. As the saying goes, tapping is clapping, sharing is caring. Isn't that nice? Isn't that like the kind of thing that we were taught in kindergarten? That's sweet, isn't it? So back to Luther. I got to see him twice live. Both times were in Westbury Music Fair, which is now owned by a bank. It's called something else, but it's out in Westbury, Long Island, a suburb of New York. And dump best pres ever. You're right. He is the best president ever unless you compare him to any other president. Then he's the worst president in history. And that's demonstrable based on actual statistics, not just your feelings, and not just because you're a simp and a cult member. It doesn't make it true just because you love Donnie, your daddy, Daddy Donnie. That's a better way to say that. Anyway, oh my God, I hope I stop doing that. Dump the hardest working president ever. That's hilarious. He's actually taking more vacation time than any other president. And please stop typing in all caps, Brad. Oh, let's see. Oh, these clever questions. I love it. Let's see if we can get to them. Struggling libertarian. Yeah, well, you would be. If you're a libertarian, yeah, you're struggling with reality. What are you offended by today? Oh, such a clever question. Oh, you've cut me to the quick. Oh, you're amazing. What are you offended by today? My whole world is rock. Joe Biden's took more time off. Nope. You know, we count these things. We actually have records of these things, Smiles, and you're absolutely wrong about that. The helmsman said, I would have to debate that and say the past administration won the worst president award. I don't care what you think. We have statistics on this, the helmsman. So your opinion doesn't mean anything in the face of facts. See, facts are the end of opinions, right? You can have opinions about things that are not settled, like who's the best baseball team ever. That's subjective. Those things are, things that you can debate. You can't debate whether the sun rises in the east or whether the earth is round, although I have a feeling that many of you on this chat would debate that the earth is round. So once you have a fact, there's no longer debate. And presidents leave records behind. And Donnie Dump's record in his first term was absolutely abysmal. And in his second term so far, he's been terrible. Ooh, a bunch of people want to come on. Let's see.
Hey, I can tell you one fact. You are
Hold on a second, dude. Why are you coming in so hot, man? Why can't you relax a little bit and be cordial?
You deserve it.
Yeah, okay, look at that. You've been muted now. And now go ahead, unmute yourself.
Oh,
there you go, and now you're gone. You dumb fuck. All you had to be is cordial. All you had to do is act like a human being and have a conversation, but you couldn't do it. You couldn't do it, could you? Fred, day after day derangement syndrome. Yes, and you have it badly. Because you look at a criminal pedo and think that that's the guy. You look at a guy taking away rights and you think that's the guy. You look at a guy who, like a tyrant, said that six congresspeople that told service members to follow the law should have their lives ended. And you're good with that, right? We aren't talking dump daily. You are. Well, actually you are, because here you are on my live talking about dump, you fucking idiot. You people are ridiculous, man. You're really the dumbest motherfuckers I've ever encountered in my life. Oh, Lord. Brad says, leaderless Democrat sheep cult here, foundering for meaning, I think you mean floundering, but nice try, to their lunacy. Wow. Such a brilliant statement. Clayton, no, you see, this is why you're dumb, because they didn't say not to follow orders. Language is very specific, and words have meanings. They said they have a right not to follow illegal orders. And isn't that true, Clayton? Isn't that what the handbook and the guidebook and the military rule book, whatever they fucking call it, isn't that what it says? That you don't follow illegal orders? So why would anybody be upset that someone was told don't do something illegal. Maybe is it because they've already done the illegal thing and they're planning to do more? You know what? I actually made a post about this morning. Let me find it. I'm going to play it for you. Why not? Boom, 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 ba-doom. Oops, that ain't it. There it is. Okay. Okay, here we go. If someone tells me don't rob a liquor store, the only way I'm going to get upset about that is if I plan to rob a liquor store. I would probably become very defensive. I would probably become very angry. I might even lash out and say, how dare you say that to me? I'm planning to rob a liquor store. Shut up. So when 6 Democratic senators, 5 of whom had military service, 1 of whom had CIA service, said, don't obey illegal orders, who got angry at that? Little Donnie Dump. Why? Is he planning to give illegal orders? Because literally all those senators were doing were saying, follow the law, follow your oath. In what world, on what planet, is that somehow a bad thing to say? Unless you're planning on breaking the law and giving illegal orders. It's not rocket science. It's not deep. Donnie Dump got angry because people were told, don't do the illegal thing he's going to tell you to do, even though they never named him in that video that they made. They just said, don't follow illegal orders. Dump is a sociopath. Allegedly. Hey, there you go. So, a lot of people are just chirping away. Let's see. Fred, it's always Democrats looting and rioting. That's just, why do people keep saying dumb shit like that? Clayton, why don't you come up, Clayton, and try to explain things to me? Because you keep saying that Dump just reminded the 6 of the rules. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. I read the posts. There were a series of posts where Dump made it perfectly clear of what he was saying. So I can't invite you up again. This will be the last time I invite you up. If you don't come up, then you get blocked. Come on, Clayton. Stand behind your words, or let's see what excuse you're going to make for why you can't come up. I have not been invited. You don't have to be invited, Clayton. You can request up. And then you know I can't invite you because you have a private account or some other reason why I can't invite you. I actually tried. Silenced opposing opinions. Nope, I'm inviting opposing opinions, you dumb fuck. You just don't know. So, Clayton, let me help you out. Somewhere on the screen is either a box that says request or a little rectangle that says request, or on the bottom of the screen, there's either in black and white, there are 2 people overlapping, or sometimes they're red and blue overlapping. Click on that and then click request up. Come on. There he is. Clayton figured it out. Fantastic. That took a long time. Okay, Clayton, so tell me what the rules are for the military. Is there a rule in the military that they can ignore illegal orders?
Well, sure there is.
Okay. So if
But Trump has not given any illegal orders.
Excuse me, if 6 people made a video that reminded service people that they don't have to follow illegal orders, then why would Dump get upset?
Well, Trump just made a video or put a tweet out or whatever that
Here, no.
them
You're gonna answer my question. You're not gonna just bounce around like an idiot. We're having a conversation, and you're trying to monologue. So my question was, why would someone get upset at people telling other people to follow the law?
Well, he didn't. He just explained to them what the law was.
No, he didn't explain anything. He specifically said in a series of Truth Social posts, the last one being that he made sure to specify, after using the word sedition over and over again, he said seditious behavior punishable by DEATH. Where's the reminder? Where's the reminder? Why would he say that? Why would he say that in reference to the people telling...
What's the punishment for sedition or treason?
Hey, stupid, listen to the question and answer it.
I am.
Okay, no, you're not. You're being a fucking idiot and trying to pivot.
Didn't you just cancel the other guy because
you don't have an argument. You don't have an argument. You're trying to make an argument out of nothing. Go ahead.
Trump
Go ahead.
Him the law.
Explain why a president responded badly to people saying follow the law.
He didn't.
He didn't? Calling to end people's life is not a bad response?
No, he just reminded them, if you're being seditious or commit treason, what's the punishment?
Why would he have to remind them of that?
Why not?
Why not? So just out of the blue, just coincidentally, after 6 senators told, or congresspeople, whatever they are, 6 politicians told, there you go, I'm in the middle of a fucking question and you just can't shut the fuck up.
Just like when I
God,
talk, huh?
You're a child. Okay? Yeah, listen to you giggling like a fucking 5-year-old because you're a child. Okay? So, again, coincidentally, this is the series of events. 6 politicians tell service people, follow the law, follow your oath. That's what the message was. They didn't name the president. They didn't allude to the president. Okay? They just said, follow the law, follow your oath, and ignore illegal orders. That's what happened. And then right after that, he comes up in a series of his truthing and calls and starts yelling about how seditious behavior, and he names those people. He specifically named the 6 people who made the video and said, this seditious behavior can't stand. What seditious behavior did they engage in?
He never said that was seditious behavior.
Yes, he did. I fucking read it. You did not read the post. You're making that up.
Did MSNBC
you're lying because you don't know, and you're trying to win an argument, and you don't have the facts.
Show the post.
Oh yeah, because then you're going to say, oh, that's AI.
Well, show it.
Listen, I've been down this road 1,000 times. You guys never believe what we show you. Why don't you read the posts?
Show the posts.
Why don't you read them? Why don't you read them?
Read what?
The posts.
I don't have them.
Of course you don't, because you didn't bother looking them up. Here's one. It's called seditious behavior at the highest level. Each one of these traitors to our country should be arrested and put on trial, etc., etc. So what was their seditious behavior?
By telling the military to not follow his orders.
No, that's not what they said, is it?
Show the post.
That's not what they said, is it?
To me, it sounded like
that's not. What do you mean it's sent to you? Words have fucking meanings. No, you didn't. You might have listened to it, but you're too fucking dumb to understand what they said. Because they didn't say don't follow the president's orders. None of them said that.
You know what's funny? The only
None
person
of
who's
them
called
said
someone
that.
dumb on here is
None
you.
of them said that they should not follow the president's orders. Not one of them. What did they actually say? Come on, Clayton. You know what they said. You know what they said, Clayton. What did they actually say?
Why are they so nervous? If they
you see why you won't answer? Every time I prove you wrong, you won't answer because you're a fucking 5-year-old child. I hope Dump's balls taste great because you're sitting here sucking on them real hard. You fucking piece of shit. You're supporting a tyrant who wants to end people's lives for telling people to follow the law. Fuck, man. Oh, boy. People saying, oh, feelings aren't factual, host. I'm quoting facts. Okay? Yeah, I know I didn't prove anything to you mouth breathers because you're too fucking dumb. I'm not trying to prove anything to you fucking dummies. I'm speaking to rational people that understand that words have fucking meaning. All right? Yes, Clayton, I kicked you off because you're a dumb fuck. That's what I was telling you over and over to your face. You're fucking dumb. And you're a child. You won't answer questions when you know you're wrong. Because see, Clayton is one of these dumb people that's smart enough to understand that answering my question directly will prove him wrong, but he's not smart enough to find a way around that, so he just tries not to answer the question. Just like a child. This is exactly how a 5-year-old child acts in that situation. Okay. We have a veteran saying something. Marina Whitney. I'm a veteran, and on day one, they tell you that you are obligated to refuse illegal orders. Yeah, that's the rule, right? And so, 10 minutes. Some of the MAGA hats got their feelings hurt. Oh no. The MAGA hats got their feelings hurt. So sad. Oh, Holly. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet. Oh, the mouth breathers got hurt this morning. The snowflakes got hurt. They're reporting me for bullying. Oh, I said mean things to the snowflakes and they can't handle it. Folks, it's very simple. You know, like Freud said, sometimes a cigar is a cigar. And sometimes what people say is what they mean, right? And words have meaning. And sometimes, of course, meaning can be interpreted and meaning can be debated. But if you watch the video and you understand English, then we know that these politicians simply said, you are not obligated to follow illegal orders. You are, in fact, obligated to ignore illegal orders and slight variations of that theme. No one said the president has issued you illegal orders. No one alluded to the idea that any illegal orders had been issued at all. They just said, you are not obligated to follow illegal orders. And then the president of America, on his goofy loser platform that can't make any money, said, oh, those people are seditious. He's claiming sedition simply because people reminded the military that they took an oath, and part of that oath is that they can ignore illegal orders. Why would a president be angry at that? Why? Why would a president be angry at that? Does that make sense? Clayton says, because you have no argument and would not let me talk. Oh, that's why you reported me, you baby. Well, thanks for admitting it. There you go. I block snitches. We have Rhodes wanting to join the conversation. Good morning, Rhodes. How are you?
I'm good. Good morning, Yoddah.
What's on your mind?
Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't this video a response to military members already seeking legal counsel because they themselves are afraid they've been given illegal actions? orders.
I didn't hear them mention that, but it's possible.
They didn't mention it in the
Right.
video.
So that's why I can't say yes or no to that. If they didn't mention it, I don't know what their motivation was.
Okay.
But you can
But
surmise that
are
it
you
was
aware that military members are seeking legal counsel?
in droves. Yes.
Okay. And that's the point I'm trying to make. So these military members already see that there's an issue with the orders that they have been given. And they're afraid that they will be held liable. And guess who will not be? The president.
Yeah. And again, I agree. All that is happening behind the scenes, but since the people in the video didn't specify that, I can't speak to what their motivation was.
And I understand. I completely understand. But it needs to be publicly known that military members are afraid that they will be tried and imprisoned.
Yeah, I get you. So let me ask you this, Rhodes. Hypothetical. If I were to say to you, hey, it's illegal to rob a liquor store, and I want you to just remember that it's illegal not to rob a liquor store, would you be upset by that?
You're trying to prevent me from doing something bad and I'm reaping the consequences
But
of that.
really,
So
I mean,
hell no, I will not be upset.
Yeah, of course. And I can only think of one reason why you would be upset by that. Right? And that is if you were planning to rob a liquor store. Right?
Exactly.
If you were, you had whatever shit you needed, you were ready to go, you had your bag, you had whatever weapons you wanted to take, and you had your mask, and you were getting ready to leave and go rob a liquor store, and I said, hey, it's illegal to rob a liquor store. Don't do that. You might get upset. I would understand that. In that context, it would make perfect sense for you to be upset. In any other context, it wouldn't. So why would the president get triggered so hard and call so hard that he called to end people's lives and refer to them as seditious for just because, again, why would he be so upset? Why would he be triggered so hard and respond the way he did if it didn't mean anything, if it was just coincidence? Because that doesn't make sense, that it was just coincidence. Oh, he was just reminding them what the law was. No, he wasn't. He didn't remind anybody of any law. Here's the posts. It's called seditious behavior at the highest level. Each one of these traitors to our country should be arrested and put on trial. Their words cannot be allowed to stand. We won't have a country anymore. An example must be set. Then he reposted someone that said that these people should be strung up like George Washington would. Then he said, this is really bad and dangerous to our country. Then seditious behavior punishable by DEATH. That's what he posted. All in response to politicians telling soldiers that they don't have to follow illegal orders. Why? Why is that a thing? Why is he so upset? And Logan says Dump is right. Go ahead, Logan. Come up and explain how Dump is right. Another one with a private account that I can't invite up, but you can request up. Logan Dannyman or Damon, whatever it is. Go ahead, request up, Logan, and tell me what Dump is right about. You won't be able to, but I'm willing to hear you flounder. Momat says, military in Europe first day and after you complain at the justice. What? I don't even know what you're saying. Got a runner, yeah. So Logan won't. Oh, wait, maybe he's up. Hold on. A couple people are requesting up. Sorry, while I was reading the thing, I didn't see. Okay. Got one person and another. Okay. Looks like everybody loaded up. Hold on. Gotta move stuff out of the way. Mute your mic if you're not speaking, because some of you have background noise. So we have Marina or Mariana, is it?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing?
Yes, sir.
How are you this morning? Okay,
I'm blessed and scared.
Why?
The president, he is destroying our country. I am a veteran. I understand what the comment was about. They're talking about all they want to bring up now is why they had to take shots. They had to take shots just like many more shots that are mandatory when you join the military. You do not ever have to follow any legal order. The fact that the president is so upset is because he is issuing illegal orders. It is not legal in any way, shape, or form to bomb a boat out of the water just because you think they might have drugs on board. Venezuela
you can't say that D word on TikTok.
Drugs.
All right, let's change it to schmugs or something, but let's linger on that point for a moment because you bring up an excellent point. So these mouth breathers don't understand how the law works in America, and they certainly don't understand international law. And I certainly didn't, but it took me 3 minutes to educate myself. And this is, folks, if I mute you, it's because of your background noise. Please don't unmute yourself until I call on you. So, 12 nautical miles off the shore of any country is where international waters begin. But international waters don't mean lawless waters. What that just means is no one country has sovereignty in that space. However, once a country takes an action, meaning an arrest or a boarding, or in this case, a bombing, the laws of that country taking the action apply. Meaning, in America, we have due process. So important that it's the only legal principle mentioned twice in the Constitution, in the Fifth Amendment and the 14th Amendment. Okay, due process means that you cannot just execute someone or put them in jail without the process of a trial where they have an opportunity to defend themselves. That's what the fuck due process means. So yes, he has already given illegal orders because 22 boats in 21 different assaults have been blown up and 83 people lost their lives as a result. This is completely illegal. So even though the senators had a right to say Dump has already given illegal orders, they avoided doing that and just said you don't have to follow illegal orders. And by the way, any one of you dumb fucks in the chat that think it's okay to blow up people for a whim, you're losers and you're not American, okay? Because that's a very un-American thing to do. But before we continue, let me say hello to my other guests. We have Katarina, is it? Katarina, unmute yourself, please. Sometimes people can't figure that out. Let me send you an invite to unmute yourself. Oops. There we go. All right, while we're waiting for Katarina, we have Punk Paladin, is it? You can unmute yourself, please. There you go.
Yes, hello.
How you doing?
Yeah, just to get back on the vaccine
I
thing for a
I
second
asked how
here.
you doing.
Oh, I'm doing well.
Excellent. What's on your mind?
So, getting back to the vaccine thing for a
You
second.
can't say that word on TikTok, Vax. Go ahead.
Sorry.
I know it's dumb, but, rules are rules.
Yeah, I know. Okay. But when you sign up for the military, per the contract, you're government property until that contract is over.
Right. That's what GI means, government issue.
A government issue, yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. So if the government is telling you to get vaxxed, then guess what you gotta do?
Well, you don't. Here's the thing: you don't have to get the vax, but if you don't, then you have to leave.
Exactly.
So you still have a choice.
Yeah, that is fair.
Mm-hmm. So what was your point in bringing that up?
Honestly, it's just... I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart at the moment.
It's okay. So, I mean, in the case of the inoculations, that's just something that, again, this is the rules. It's just like a company that you work for. They have a dress code, right? Like I was in corporate America for 36 years, right? And in that time, everywhere I worked, the dress code was the same. I had to wear a suit, and I had to wear a dress shirt and a tie, and socks and dress shoes. And it meant that the only thing you could see were my hands and my face, right? That's it. That's the only thing I could expose. That was the dress code. So if I said, you know what, I'm showing up in shorts and a t-shirt today, they had a right to say, you're violating our dress code and you either have to go home and change or you can get the fuck out of this company, right? So that's the same thing with the military. They're saying, here's our rule. If you're going to different places around the world and we need you combat ready and blah, 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 it means you have to receive these set of inoculations. And if you don't want to do that, you can fuck off. Same thing.
Precisely.
It's the same thing, right? So there's nothing illegal about that. But
not one thing about that.
There are rules about illegal orders. They're specified. You know, they're denotated and defined, and they give examples like, you know, some leader can't just turn to one soldier and tell him, hey, dispatch this other soldier standing next to you, right? That's an illegal order, right? And the person that's receiving that illegal order has the responsibility, according to the rule book, to ignore that order. So if that's the rules, if we all know that's the fucking rules, why would anybody be upset at someone repeating the rules and going so far as to say these 6 people need to lose their lives? That's how tyrants talk.
Exactly. That's how fascist dictators speak. That's their language. Fascists and dictators only speak in the language of violence because that is the only thing their small minds can comprehend.
Yep. And by the way, there's a video of him recently where he was asked about the boats, and he was like, "Oh no, we're not going to try them. We're not going to arrest them. We're going to like KILL them, you know, like just KILL." I mean, he sounded like a teenager when he was answering this question, but the glee that he had,
I mean, I think he's
the glee that he had in saying, "Oh, we're going to get rid of these people." And by the way, he's always talked like this. If you look back to his earliest videos when he entered political life back to 2015 and beyond, he loves violent rhetoric. He's consistently using it.
Me and my friends were looking at, I forget the YouTuber's name, but they make a bunch of parody songs, and we were looking back at like all the songs about Trump. I'm like, if this were anybody else, his career would have been over by now.
Yeah. So here's another genius. Send Me says, has Dump told the military to dispatch anyone? Doesn't matter if he did. And actually he has. Those were the boats that were blown up. So yes, he did. But even if he hadn't, what would have been wrong with the 6 politicians saying, hey folks, don't follow illegal orders?
Do y'all remember the what do they call the Central Park 5 that he called for?
I'm a New Yorker. I remember it vividly.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's before politics. He's a crude man.
Forget about crude. He's a piece of garbage.
Well, I mean,
because
he's a billionaire.
Look at it this way.
Billionaires are crooked.
For the folks that are not familiar with this case, a woman was brutalized in Central Park. And what happened to her was atrocious and shouldn't happen to any human being. But they rounded up 5 teenage boys of color and essentially tortured them until they confessed. Everything they did was illegal, but then they put them in prison based on their confessions, their coerced confessions. Fast forward, they found the person that actually committed the crime, right? And the 5 were exonerated. But I skipped an important part. Before the trial even happened, Dump took out a full-page ad in every one of New York's major newspapers and called for their summary execution. Okay? Now, after the trial, if they had been found, if he had waited till after the trial, that still would have been kind of fucked up, but at least there would have been a basis for it. At least they would have been tried and found guilty first, but he didn't even wait for that, which is really fucked up. But when they were exonerated, I believe he was president at the time, and someone stuck a mic in his face, and he was like, "Oh, I still think they're guilty." He's a piece of shit. He just wants to end people's lives. He wants to do that, and he is doing it.
He is a power-hungry old man whose own following is falling out from underneath him.
They're not falling fast enough.
Yeah,
but they are falling out.
Yeah,
I mean, the Republican Party is trying to distance themselves from him.
Yeah, there are. This is just a thumbnail idea that I have about the types of Dump supporters that there are. And I think there's 2 big groups. And I came to this conclusion after this poll that was taken like 6 weeks ago, where they asked his voters, if he was found guilty of being a PDF file, would you still support him? And 47% of the respondents said yes. And the question was not ambiguous. It was clearly like, if it was proven and he was found guilty and he was a PDF file, would you support him? 47% of those people said yes. And if you look at how many people cast their ballot for him, I'm in the middle of a fucking sentence. Calm down.
I'm sorry.
And if you look at all the people that cast a ballot for him, that would mean 36 million people would still support him, right? That's the hardcore cult that is lost to us. They can't be reached. But that means that there's 41 million people left over that maybe have a chance of redemption. Now, that doesn't mean all of them can be redeemed, but I think we're seeing that group. We're seeing members of that second group that's not hardcore crazy and not hardcore cult leaving. All right. But before we continue, we have Dale. Dale looks like King of the Hill. Dale, is that the image that you have there?
Yes, sir.
All right. How you doing, Dale?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm fantastic. Thank you for asking. What's on your mind?
First off, thanks for having these conversations because they're important. And
you're welcome.
Secondly, what's your opinion? What do you think about that meeting yesterday with Trump and Mamdani? Trump doing a 360 almost.
Well, you mean a 180 because 360 would mean he was back to where he started. But I'm a grammar schnazi sometimes. But so here's what I think. I think Dump is a feeble loser. And I don't mean loser in the fact, because of course he's president, so he's a big winner in that way. But as a human being, he's a loser to me. And so to have the reporter ask Mamdani, hey, you called him a fascist, and he was like, yep. Right? So Mamdani didn't back off at all. He did what a man is supposed to do and stick by your shit. You said it, you fucking own it. Okay? Right or wrong. If you want to apologize later because you were wrong, that's one thing. But if you meant what you said, you fucking claim that shit. And you say, yeah, I meant that shit. And Dump stood there going, oh yeah, it was a good meeting. It was nice. And by the way, Dump does this with everyone he meets with. He's met with the tyrants of the world, and every time he leaves the meeting going, oh, nice guy. So he's just...
Yeah, because he's easily flattered. You just got to say a couple nice things to him.
And Mamdani didn't flatter him at all. And by the way, speaking of Zoran, I did a post this morning about this because these fucking racists really annoy the shit out of me sometimes, just because racism in general is stupid, but like if you're going to be a racist, at least be fucking consistent, you know? And they're all like, oh, you know, we have a Middle Easterner as the mayor of New York now. How terrible. A Muslim, a terrorist, blah, 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 blah. None of them said anything about Kash Patel. By the way, his full name is Kashyap. I'm not making that up. It's K-A-S...
Cash App?
Yeah, K-A-S-H-Y-A-P. His fucking real name is Kashyap.
Oh, God. No. That is horrible.
But again, if you're a racist, why weren't you mad at Cash? But you're mad at Mamdani. They're both from India. Although, I mean, Mamdani has an interesting background. He was born in a different country, and his father's from Bombay and his mother's Punjabi, but whatever. But he's basically, you know, he's Indian. So it's just hilarious to me. But anyway, we have Island Boy Pundit joining us. How you doing, brother?
Oh, my goodness. Good morning.
Good morning. Are you loving the wild comments this morning?
Yeah, I'm just listening to you guys, man. As usual, I love listening to you.
Thank you.
You know what's funny? When you talk about, you know, like Mamdani didn't back down, and then Trump seeming meek, and there was even a report that on the fascist label, Mamdani actually did call him that, and Trump was overheard saying, okay, it's okay if you call me that.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I like in that? You know what I like in that too? You ever seen those YouTube videos where there's a little dog, like a Pomeranian or a Chihuahua, something like that, and there's a bigger dog outside of the sliding glass door?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yap, or like
and as soon as the door gets opened.
Yeah.
As soon as the door gets opened, the Pomeranian.
Listen, I experienced this in my life many times. Like, I am a trained martial artist. I've been doing it since 1972. It's a way of life for me. I don't get into fights with people because that's not my thing. I got into it for the art of it. It does come in handy, though. And
Same thing, bro.
One of the things, there's a lot of ways to diffuse situations. The simplest one, walk away, run away, right? If I were training anybody in self-defense, that's literally the first advice I'd give. If you have an opportunity to run. Okay, that's the best self-defense. Run the fuck away, right?
Yep.
Now, another way is to sort of capitulate and just say, yeah, dude, whatever, you're good. And another way is to scare the fuck out of people. Now, that's my favorite way, because I love humiliating people that think they're tough, right? And I've had situations where, and as recently as last summer, there was a dude in Burger King, and the guy lost his shit for no reason. I had placed an order on the mobile app and walked in and went to the bathroom. And when I came back out, there was a bag on the counter that I thought might be mine. So I couldn't see it, so I turned the bag so I could see the receipt, right, to see if it was mine. And the guy said, don't touch. He's like, why are you touching somebody else's food? I was like, I didn't touch anybody else's food. I just turned the bag to see if it was mine. And he just was insistent about it. He's like, you know, that's crazy to touch somebody else's food. I was like, I didn't touch anybody's food, dude. I just moved the bag so I could read the receipt. What's the issue? And he said, I should slap the shit out of you. And I said, come and do it. And I took my glass, and here's the thing. So there was a counter between us when he was all tough, right? But then he had to walk to the side and come out of that door into the dining room. So I walked over and I stood waiting for him. And I had taken my glasses off and put them on the counter. And when he opened up, he took one step out and one step forward. And I'm standing there with my homicidal face on because I'm ready to rock and roll. And he was like, oh, this is a bad idea, and literally walked back in. So he humiliated himself, right? He humiliated himself.
You know what, Michael?
And I love doing that. I really love doing that. Same way I love humiliating MAGAs when they come up here talking shit, right? And that's what Dump did today. The Chihuahua thing, the counter thing. There's a lot of, in psychology, there's a principle, I forget the name of it, but like, you ever notice like two guys will be beeping at each other and screaming at each other through the window, but as soon as they get out, they calm down? And the reason for that is because a perception of safety in their vehicle, right? When they're in their vehicle, they feel safe, they feel protected, but now you're exposed. And there was Dump sitting in front. If that were me, if I was in Dump's seat and Mamdani had said all that shit about me, I would be like, yo, what the fuck was that about? That's how I would handle it. Because that's how I talk to men that talk shit about me, right? But Dump is a pussy. He always has been. His whole life, he's been a pussy. And he just let the world see it.
He's such a flagrant coward that he had to find a way to get out of the draft. So he had a doctor write him a note saying he has shin splints.
Yeah, well,
that was his dad.
Bone spurs. And that was his father doing what rich dads do. That's the whole theme of the song Fortunate Son.
Fortunate Son, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm just saying, I don't know why people don't realize that the emperor has no clothes.
Because they're in a cult. And only the cultists believe that the emperor has clothes.
I swear, Trump is the most vivid example in all of history of that parable I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, it is insane. I learned that parable as a kid, and I've seen examples of it. I thought George W. Bush was kind of like that, the way he was protected. Dick Cheney was kind of protected like that. But this guy, this is amazing. It's objectively, it's amazing. I'm not saying amazing in a good way. Objectively,
right? No, it's on another level that I've never seen before. It is
the old school definition of the word awesome. It strikes awe and terror in me to behold this.
Also, the old school definition of fantastic. Because it's funny how words transmogrify over time. Fantastic used to mean something absurd and crazy. Now it means something good, What's another one that people's incredible? Incredible used to mean not credible. Now it means something great. So I don't know how that happened, but it's just one of those things. But yeah, I mean, he everything he claims he is, he's not. He claims to be a family man. Clearly he's not. And yet the people that see, cheated on all three wives, and one of his mistresses, actually, well, not really a mistress. His one of his hookups was an adult star who he used to cheat on his mistress. Because people talk about Stormy all the time, but they leave Karen out of the conversation.
Yep.
Stormy got 130, Karen got 150. Okay, and the only reason why Karen didn't testify against him was that she loved him. Right?
Yeah.
But that's a family guy to them. Three, 2 divorces, 3 wives that he cheated on, 1 wife that he buried on his golf course.
Who he doesn't even give a headstone for.
Right.
Like a
because
headstone.
He's not interested in honoring her. The
all.
reason why he buried her on his property is so that he could get a tax write-off for being a cemetery.
Exactly.
How wild is that shit?
That is some of the most heinous shit. Like, I'm surprised that blue collar people vote for Trump when he's literally a fucking yuppie.
He sits there on a golden toilet and they think he's a man of the people.
Listen.
Exactly.
Listen, I keep saying this book, White Rural Rage. Y'all need to read that book. That book has some of the best explanations for that land. Like literally, when I read some of the explanation, gave me goosebumps because it landed so freaking perfect.
Well, thankfully, I've been studying psychology, so I don't have to read it. I'm sorry, say that again?
I'm saying thanks for the book recommendation. Oh. Hell yeah.
It's like surreal. I mean, I'm just reeling. I'm just like, wow, this is actually happening. Am I watching this?
It is surreal. It is hard to accept as reality. I still struggle with it. I mean, I still struggle with the fact that the towers are gone. It feels like a vestigial limb, you know?
Yeah.
But I really do struggle. Oh, Demond is here. Hey, Demond. I really do struggle with the idea that a glorified carnival barker was allowed to even be in the conversation of running for president back in 2015. I have to give him a lot of credit because he was always laughed off the ticket previously. He's tried several times to be president. And in the, before 2015, people just dismissed him because he was a joke, and everyone knew he was a joke, even Fox. If you look back at the earliest reactions of all media back in 2015, even Fox was laughing at him. All right. And one thing, and this is what I give him credit for, is that in 2015, he finally figured out the combination and it clicked in. He did something that he had never done before, was wear his racism on his sleeve. And that is what attracted the mouth breathers.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing about it is I saw what's happening, and I saw that the media, they're captured by the need for the ever-present desperate need for ratings. They followed him around in 2015, 2016. They covered in totality all of his campaign speeches, campaign stops.
They filmed an airstrip for a half hour before he landed.
Yeah, that kind of bullshit. Like, because they were trying to reap the ratings that he generates because of his bombast.
Les Moonves said it straight out. Les Moonves was asked, because when you tallied up all of the airtime that they gave him, it was $2 billion of free airtime. Okay? And when they asked Les Moonves why did you cover this guy so much, he said he was good for ratings.
Yeah, he said, "Oh, Trump is bad for America, but good for us." He actually said that, and he was gleeful about it. That's the thing that's
oligarchs are going to do what oligarchs do, and the one thing oligarchs don't do is give a fuck about people. So we haven't heard from Rhodes and Marina for a while. So Rhodes, anything else on your mind before we close up?
So I was just looking up the military members that were charged after the in 2013 for the Afghan war and following illegal orders.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just want to remind people of that these military members need to know and understand their rights. And it doesn't matter who's telling them, whether it's Republican or Democrats, who's telling them and reminding them of their rights. Because they're the ones.
Or the guy that works at 7-Eleven or whoever. It doesn't matter. I still can't believe that these mouth breathers are so far up Dump's ass that they find fault in 6 politicians reminding service members that they don't have to follow illegal orders. They call that seditious. That's insane. That's just insane.
The other horrible part of it for me is that these politicians were service members. They're former
5
service
of 6 of
members.
them. Yeah. One was CIA and the other 5 were veterans. Yeah.
Yeah. And like, how crazy are you to want to threaten a former CIA agent?
Yeah, that's not a smart thing, certainly. Because they got tricks, right?
I immediately thought about that. Like, what?
It's like when he threatened General Milley, and I remember a reporter. I love this moment so much because I love body language, and I speak fluent dude, so I totally understood where Milley was coming from. A reporter stuck a mic in his face and said something about, Dump says that you're a traitor and traitors should have their lives ended. And Milley just went, that was all he did. He just laughed it off like, yeah, motherfucker, come at me, see what happens.
Try me.
Anyway, thank you
Try.
so much, Rhodes. I always appreciate having you here. Have a great rest of your day. Hopefully, we'll see you later on tonight.
Thank you.
All right. Marina, what's on your mind? Any final thoughts? You'll have to unmute yourself.
My bad.
No, that's I muted everybody for background noise. So go ahead.
I have thoughts. I don't know how many of them I can broadcast out loud. But
well, the ones that you can are the ones that we're interested in.
I have a problem with parties fighting each other. I was raised in a generation where whether you were Republican or Democrat, there was bipartisanship where the parties worked together in the government to come to a compromise so that both parties were acceptable of the bills that were passing. Now we're in a regime where Republicans can't vote for anything the Democrats want, and the Democrats are trying to work. There is right now in process, there is a Democratic and Republican in the Congress that are trying to pass a bill for a 2-year extension on the Affordable Care Plan, just so the two parties can work together and come up with the solution without leaving the many people that require health care can have it. I say this because my brother has just been recently diagnosed with small lung cell cancer. He cannot work. Without insurance, he cannot get his treatments. I am a veteran who is disabled. I rely on some of those government programs that are being gutted. Are they going to at least give me a home to crawl in and die in because I can't afford to live or eat? Are they going to let my brother have a comfortable bed to sleep in so he can die because he can't get his cancer treatments? What is wrong with people today? We are supposed to care for one another regardless of their political affiliation, their religious affiliation, the colors of their skin, the countries they come from. This is America. We have been built on immigrants. The only people legally allowed to be here are the Native Americans. And what did we do to them? We took their land. We pushed them away. We locked them up. Is that what's fixing to happen to the rest of us that don't agree with this man? He has a video out. His people put a video out that the king is back. What kind of rhetoric is that? They're calling him the king. This is not a king or queen country. This is supposed to be an America that is built to protect the people. The people are supposed to be the ones that have say, not the people that are so rich they could care less about all the millions struggling in the world today just to make ends meet. It's just wrong. I want to go back to where people cared for each other and they didn't gut programs that helped the less fortunate. I'm not going to get any more food stamps. They're taking my Medicaid away. They've just cut a big chunk out of my income because I only make $1,500 a month and it's not enough to get by on. And now I don't even have food stamps and I'm possibly going to lose my little bit of Medicaid, which all they do is pay my Medicare deductible. But I mean, what are those of us that are just trying to get by? I don't have much, but if you show up my door hungry, I'm going to feed you if I've got food. I'm going to give you the coat off my back if you're cold because I might have another one at home. Where are the values that we were all raised with? Where are they now? I'm sorry. I'm a little upset.
No, please don't apologize. Please don't apologize.
Do not apologize.
I got to tell you, I hate war. I really do. It's a cancer on humanity, but I love warriors. One of my best friends is a 75-year-old Vietnam veteran. He usually joins me at my nighttime shows, and I join him Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays for his shows. I love this guy. Respect him. He's 10 times the man I'll ever be. And it really bothers me that America treats veterans like shit. I refused to join the military because I refused to serve a country that hates me. And I know that in some ways that's a cowardly thing. But that's my principle. I've suffered a lot of racism in this country, sometimes physically, and I'm not going to put myself in harm's way for this country. But I still respect the people that do. Danny could have run away when he was drafted, but he didn't. And he got his body broken by the military. Wound up in the hospital for a month and a half. Got a chunk of his head blown off by a projectile. And that was only one of the 2 times that he got hit. And yet he served his country for 22 years. And now these pieces of shit are basically saying, oh, let's just let him perish. Fuck him. So when they say that and they talk to people like you that way, it breaks my heart. It truly breaks my heart. I don't understand this. I don't understand, like, America has never been what the fuck it said it was on paper. But at least the propaganda was that this was a place where people could come and live and thrive. And now we have this fascist piece of shit and his criminal fucking gang saying we don't give a fuck about starving children. We don't give a fuck about veterans. We don't give a fuck about elderly. We don't give a fuck about anyone that gets hurt or sick. If you can't make it, too fucking bad. That's what they're saying. And it infuriates me. So I feel your pain. And I respect what you did for this country, and you never have to apologize to anyone for anything. Ugh, fuck. Well, this is the first time I fully cried on TikTok, but I don't give a fuck. Anyway, Marina, thank you so much for being here. I don't think we have to even say anything else. I respect the hell out of people like you, and it's fucked
There's
up.
also, if I may, one more.
Please.
One more. The reason I'm on disability is because I'm an incest survivor. I'm one of those children that were touched before they were supposed to be touched.
Yep.
And for the government to get on live TV and try and contemplate, well, they weren't 8. They were only 14 or 15. I don't care how young. I got at 9. But 14, 15, 16, 17, even at 18 as a legal adult should never be forced upon a child. Where are the morals? These are children, people.
I agree. Well, I'm going to close up. Let me just say thank you to the guests. All of your great insight. I always appreciate it. I have to just say this in closing. When you wake up in a country where some significant segment of the country, almost half it seems, but whatever it is, 10%, 20%, are now trying to debate whether PDF files are okay. This is, if you ever thought America was great, it ain't great anymore. I never thought it was great, but that's beside the point. If you believed America was a great country, that's over now. You can't be a great country where people are debating whether PDF files are okay and debating whether we should feed starving children. Bullshit. This place is a train wreck. And it's only going to get worse if this shit is allowed to continue. Dump is a piece of garbage. He's one of the worst human beings ever to sit in that office. And certainly his record is the worst. He's ruining the economy. He's putting farmers out of work. He's lost over 800,000 manufacturing jobs so far. And it's just getting worse and worse and worse. And you people supporting him are just as much pieces of shit as he is. And I'm not interested in bridging the gap. I say put you on an island by yourselves and let you fuck over each other. You don't belong here. You don't belong amongst decent people. And with that, thank you, everybody. Wild ride. I certainly did not expect the conversation to go where it went, but I'm glad it did. Thank you again to my panelists. Thank you for everybody in the chat. Thank you for everybody that gave heart me's and all that good stuff and shared out the live. I sincerely appreciate it. Mostly, I appreciate that you gave me your time because we can't get that back. So again, I'll be here tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm off Sundays, but normally Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. and then again 10 p.m. and again it's Eastern Time. Until we meet again, folks, peace, love, and granola. Talk to you soon.